Hello, Baker. It's your mayor with a special holiday edition of Baker Forward. Hope all is well with you, and I pray that you guys have a happy holiday and that your family is safe. I have with me right now Dr. Fry, who has been there for us. He is really the author of Baker Forward. He has taught us and been with us and supported us the last 4 years with this show. And so I wanted to bring him here. It's just something that we have been trying to do every year since we started. And so, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, Mr. Mayor. It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you again.
What a crazy year, huh?
It is. It's been challenging.
Now, later on in the show, you're going to yourself be interviewing the mayor of Baton Rouge.
Yes, Mayor Broome will be with us later on to talk about what's going on in EBR and her leadership and her re-election.
See, there's a reason for you not to change the channel. I mean, just the chance to see them two actually talk about what really affects your life. And there's a lot of things that have happened in 2020 that affect your life. And I know a lot of you are thinking COVID, and yes, that is the biggest elephant in the room. So we'll start with that. Let's talk about COVID in the retrospect of what will it and what has it done to the city of Baker. We know what it's done globally. Everybody knows about their paychecks and all the government money led up. But in your heart, what has been the biggest impact in Baker?
Well, one of the biggest impacts is always economic development, being able to keep people safe and continue to work per se to the norm. We have been able to balance that. We've never, all our emergency declarations have been where we urge people to do things. And for the most part, we found out that the will of the people are listening to the leadership. They are wearing their masks. We don't have a lot of issues with that. The businesses are steady moving. And one of the things is that we've gotten closer to the businesses. We've been able to develop great relationships with the businesses and the pastors. And we've learned how to work from a city standpoint virtually. We realized that we can reduce down and work from homes, not only during the pandemic, but during hurricanes and disasters now, where it was a problem now that we work for that. So we've learned from that, and we've lost some good people there, and we've gotten closer to those families. So it's been crisis management the whole time, but still crisis management and that type of leadership have helped us continue the vision that we started in 2016.
A lot of people ask about the vaccine, and when it comes down to it, it's actually our civic leaders that make the decision on who is going to get the vaccine. Am I correct?
That's what we're getting now. And so we're waiting on further guidance on how that is going on. But the vaccine is starting to been given to at Lane Hospital today, tomorrow, Wednesday, to those people that serve everybody. They're gonna start there, and then we're just gonna move forward.
We have a huge elderly population in Baker.
Yes. And they will be at the top of my list if I'm giving the opportunity to say who goes first. They'll be at the first of the list. They'll be the top people behind the first responders.
Well, could you just clarify a little bit how it actually does work? Does the governor say mayors make the decision in your town?
We haven't gotten that complete guidance yet. This is guidance that is coming from the national level. We haven't really talked to the state about what they're going to be doing, but when we get that guidance, we will put it out about how it's going to be done.
You know, I know people are frustrated with this, and they want answers, and they want to go back to normal. You've experienced an entire year of this. Prepare for an entire another year in reality, and that's me talking personally, but I have done so much research and talked to so many general managers across the United States about this, and just to even begin to get back to any will be next Christmas. Just bank on it. I mean,
that's right.
You keep wearing the mask, keep doing everything you can to protect yourself. But you've got enough COVID stuff to talk about. Our time is very limited, so we'll put that over there and let it go. So the city of Baker, you and I have been chatting about this for years, and I took a little drive this morning before our interview just to look at what's happened. I see a lot of new signs at the zoo. Now, last time we talked, they were talking about moving the zoo away from you. That didn't happen. Tell us what's going to happen.
Well, they're in the phase one. And this is going to be a $300 million project. And indirectly, Baker is going to come away with about $5 million indirectly as we continue to move, and that revenue is going to come into the city. That was a big deal for us. The other thing is that the relationships that kept the zoo here, those relationships are still going forward. The relationships between the mayors in this area here, Mayor Broom, the Mayor of Central, and the Mayor Zachary, that is powerful. That created leverage throughout East Baton Rouge Parish and the people who supported that project. So Corey Wilson is doing a great job with doing exactly what they said they were going to do, and we're working with them now to build this. And when phase 1 is done, we're going to move into phase 2. But directly, it's going to help Baker a lot. It's going to change everything in this area.
So just a kind of an overview, they're freshening up the animals. What's if you could sum it up in a couple of sentences, what is going to happen?
They're revitalizing that zoo. The zoo is going to be totally different. It's going to be state-of-the-art technology, and they're going to build the park there. So they're changing the way the location where you go into the zoo. So that means everything on Highway 19 is going to look different coming off the interstate, and everything around it, Thomas Road, everything is building up to be able to, because that will be the destination point. So all the other economic development drivers are going to play into that park and the zoo.
Well, now when you drive down, what is it, 19th? Is that what it's called?
Yes, sir.
Main Street, I guess, is what
Yes,
I've
sir.
always called it. But when you drive down it now, it won't be necessarily just looking at empty golf courses. We'll see the entrance to the zoo.
See the entrance to the zoo.
It's coming over there.
And that's the first phase.
That'll be
of
good.
It. And it's going to be great.
I mean, it was so hidden around there.
Yeah,
it is a jewel.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed it with family.
Great. But that type of economic development will build up the area. You can go 100 miles out, and it will build up the area because people come in from Mississippi, they come in from the west, they come in from the east, and this location will draw everybody to this area.
One of the biggest economic drivers that you put forth when I first met you, and it started to come to fruition because the biggest thing about Baker is being intermodally connected to the city.
That's right.
You've got this neat new hub, and you announced it last year on the show. Tell us where we at now.
The transit center is awesome. We have renderings now. We're working out the details, hopefully shovels in the ground by the fall of this year, where we will be able to have mixed development there. There will be retail there. There will be apartments there, nice apartments there where people can come in. There will be places for bicycles. You can plug up your cars there. It's going to be we're going to use the technology, and that is the first project in the Economic Development District. Plank Road, which starts at the north part of Plank Road at the bridge by Brittany's and goes all the way to Thomas Road. We have a district in place now, a committee that's going to be planning that. So I'm excited about the transit center and what's going to be there. It's going to be like no other. It is the start of mass transit in this area. And people have to remember that mass transportation is not for poor people. It's for everybody. It moves people around and it creates businesses all over the place.
You know, one of the things that you mentioned about the electric plug-ins, the thing of nature, I happened to sit on a committee that did a review for the city of Orlando, and I was amazed at the amount of money the city will make off of electric cars.
That's right. That's right. That is going to be
gas
huge.
Stations aren't it anymore. The city is actually involved.
The city is involved, bicycles, and then when the buses are not running, Doc, at night, there will be places within the transit center where people can go. They can sit outside, they can eat dinner, they can play music. We want it to be nice like Perkins Road. We want this area to draw people, not just the people that live here, but the people that drive through here, the millions of people that come through Baker every day going to East Baton Rouge Parish. And for cats, this is going to change their identity, because they'll be able to leave from this area here, go into places like BRCC, Southern University, LSU, downtown, drop people off, and it will create an atmosphere of excitement for people to be able to park their cars, ride their bikes, and do whatever. As we put back pedestrian places, we redo Levy Lane, we do a roundabout in that area to slow that traffic down there. The dreams are just steady coming in, but the relationships that we've built to be able to do this, we're going to keep pushing it.
All right, we have 3 minutes left in our annual chat. And I really want to talk about something that is a lot of people ask me about all the time, and that is the crime rate and what has happened in the past year. Okay, so if we go back 10 years and we look at the average,
Right.
we've definitely seen it, and it isn't just Baker, it's
That's right.
everywhere.
It's everywhere.
And economically depressed people,
Right.
black or white or whatever, will rise up and fight back.
That's right.
People got to eat,
They got to eat.
and governments have to understand that. What is your plan for the next year, as we are going to be faced with very serious things? I think everyone understands that now. And what's your plan to get through the next year?
We have to build leadership within the community, within these subdivisions and these areas that we know that are weak. We have to band together, the mayor's office and the city council, to get out into these environments in these communities and help as much as we can. We need to continue to bring businesses in that create jobs. We need to help and work, get out of our houses and go down to the schools and help build the schools up. We need to build a culture that people are proud to be here and they're not going to tolerate any kind of foolishness and stuff like that. So get out in the community, build those team leaders in those neighborhoods, bring those neighborhoods up, but make sure that we can identify those problem areas. And the mayor's office and the police office can't do it by themselves. We can't do it alone. Everybody has to work to do that.
Absolutely. Number one thing that that everyone's talked about across the country, we always have the mayor and the police chief fighting against each other as far as what should actually happen. What's going on in Baker? What are you guys, are you on the same page? What's going on?
We're on the same page all the time, but that is his function. And it's my job to support his function financially to make sure that he has whatever he needs. We don't always agree on things, but I do respect the fact that the people of this city voted to have him as their police chief. And so I am the mayor, but I'm a team player. And, I have addressed issues and we've talked about it. And so we'll continue to move forward. But hopefully we can continue to work together and solve our issues behind closed doors and not in public.
Working together and communicating.
That's it.
And we did it one more time.
Did it one more time.
Hope we can do it again before the end of the next year.
Yes, sir. I hope we can do that.
All right, we're going to take a break and hear from some people who care about this show and like to sponsor it. And if you'd like to get involved, of course, we can always talk to you about that. But right now, we'll go to a break, and when we come back, he will be interviewing the mayor of Baton Rouge. So stay tuned.
If you own or are planning to start a business, you need to take a hard look at Baker, your one-stop shop for business city licensing, services, and sensible tax rates. With low crime, it's a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge, the airport. It's on the river with railways. Baker is not landlocked. Plank Road presents the traffic businesses need, and Main Street offers a hometown atmosphere. Baker and business, moving forward together. Are you looking to build or purchase a home? You need to take a hard look at Baker. Small town atmosphere that's good for families. Baker has everything you need. Shops, doctors, hospitals. It's near the airport and a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge. No traffic hassles and lots of community activities to be involved in. Ranked as one of the safest cities in Louisiana by Home Security Advisor, Baker and families are moving forward together.
Welcome back, Baker. I hope you enjoyed that first half of the show, special edition of Baker Forward. But now I'm really, really excited because I have one of my best friends, and she is the mayor of Baton Rouge. She's mayor president, and she's just started her another 4 years, and I'm really, really excited about that. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to help me say hello to Mayor President Sharon Wilson. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning, my friend, Mayor Waits. Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year.
Yeah, I'm in that. I'm in a festive mood. It's been a year, one of those years, but all that is behind. I just look forward to everything. I know you do too. Congratulations on your re-election. You ran a great campaign. I'm so proud of you and your staff and everyone there. And I know you're happy. So are you going to get a little rest for the holiday?
I am going to get a little rest. And for me, rest is having a staycation at my house.
That's what we're going to do. So I just wanted to talk about a few things and let our constituents know what you're doing. I know you're home and you're resting, but you're always working and always trying to make life better for us. Let's talk a little bit about COVID-19 because you had to deal with COVID-19 as you moved through your campaign. Let's talk a little bit about that. Tell us what's going on with the parish and what you plan to do to help us to reduce getting that pandemic or getting that virus.
Yes, and you know, 2020 certainly has been a challenging year for us in that area. And certainly I'm going to continue to lead our community through this coronavirus pandemic. And much of my work has been to keep close tabs on how COVID-19 is affecting East Baton Rouge Parish and then amplify the public health messages of wearing masks and social distancing to protect our health and our economy. You know, Mayor, right now we're seeing the COVID numbers go up in East Baton Rouge Parish, and it's important that everyone continue to mitigate, practice, or should I say comply with our mitigation efforts. And that means that we need people to wear masks, we need people to social distance, to avoid huge huge household events, and to make sure that you understand that we're still in a battle with COVID-19. We want people to understand that. And certainly one of the things that we can look forward to, as you know, as we move into 2021 is a COVID-19 vaccine. And we hope that we will have enough for everyone in a few months. One of my main roles, of course, is to encourage our residents to take the vaccine.
Oh, that's good. I was going to ask you that, and you came out and you told them that. And so, will there be any changes to your emergency declaration that you already have in place, Mayor?
No changes at the present time, Mayor, with my emergency declaration. But as you know, we always have to remain fluid in the midst of crisis and addressing crisis. But at this time, there is no intent on my part to modify my emergency declaration.
You know, as we've gone through this in 2020, I really admire the leadership that you have shown us and the governor and the alignment that we've all had together to be able to fight this. And you've always heard me say this, that whenever we work together, we do more for the people that we serve. So I want to thank you for that. Let's talk about Move BR, and let's talk about what's going on in Baker when it comes to Move BR.
Absolutely. You know, very proud of Move EBR and what it's going to mean to the citizens of Baker. Let me talk a little bit, Mayor, about some of the specific projects like McHugh Road is going to be paved in the coming years, which will certainly give Baker residents and Zachary residents another thoroughfare. It's going to cross the future Comite River Diversion Canal, and it should be completed in the next few years. Groom Road, which is also very popular, is under design to make the route more pedestrian friendly with improved sidewalks and the addition of bike lanes. People love bike lanes now, and that's part of improving the quality of place. And there are also plans to build a roundabout where Groom Road meets McHugh Roads, and McHugh Road, excuse me. And finally, we are working with you and your city, of course, to make drainage improvements on Groom Road. And we will also begin work on several major capacity projects in 2021, including some areas here in the Baton Rouge area, like the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge, also Pico Lane widening. And I will tell you, light synchronization in East Baton Rouge Parish is a reality.
Well, that's a good deal. That's a lot going on. So your vision is very, very clear on what you want to do with these things here. So let's when we talk about drainage, when you talk about drainage, and that's a big problem for probably for every mayor in this area, but for the mayor president, I know that's a huge problem. And so, what is your outlook on that, and what's your plan to try to reduce the local flooding and how to get the water out where we don't want to flood our neighbors, but we want to make sure that we can still move around during a local rain area, a local rain event, because that's really the problem that we have. That's the big problem. So what's your plans for that?
Absolutely. Drainage will remain a priority as we move into 2021. Our work continues on three mega projects, Mayor, for drainage. Those mega projects, as you are familiar with them, are the Comey River Diversion Canal, the Five Tributaries Project, and the Stormwater Master Plan. And so all three projects should be close to being complete in a few years. And these projects will have a major impact on our community's ability to manage water.
Okay, so that with these huge projects here, you've built relationships, and who are the stakeholders? Who are involved in this? Because you like to bring everybody together, and I've learned that from your leadership. Who are we talking about here to help us get this done?
Absolutely. This is a collaborative project with our congressional delegation as well as our state. And so much of this also is done in conjunction with the Corps of Engineers. It is a collaborative, and those are some of the stakeholders and partners that have been at the table helping us as we have been working towards flood mitigation in our area.
That's a good deal. So it's always good to build relationships. It's always good to work with others. Economic development, and at the key, I guess the epic source right now is the Baton Rouge Zoo and Greenwood Park, which is going to drive economic development not only in the north part of East Baton Rouge, but all over the city as they build it into an economic development destination point for us. But I know you have plans to build around this to bring people to the city. Let's talk about what's going on in Baton Rouge when it comes to economic development.
Well, you're so right when you talk about the potential of the new zoo and Greenwood Park, certainly part of an economic engine for our parish and for Baker specifically. And so, equity is imperative, I believe, to achieving economic prosperity. And in 2021, I am going to continue to work on implementing projects and programs for disadvantaged businesses and business enterprises. And we're in the midst of launching actually a DBE certification program that partners with the Baton Rouge Airport as well as BREC. And so the new program, which will be launched soon, actually we've started it. It is going to be key to minority, women, and veteran-owned businesses, and they can receive a key designation in procurement and contracting with the city parish government. So this DBE certification program comes from the recommendations of the disparity study that was done in 2019 and is a major step toward equity and inclusion in our public investments. And of course, we're continuing to focus on those disinvested communities. North Baton Rouge, for example, we're working to bring a grocery store as we foster a public-private partnership to create a line of credit also for small businesses. So let me back up there. Two issues I was talking about. One is we're working on the grocery store, and two, we're working on developing a line of credit for small businesses. Last, Mayor, let me just say this. Our area is going to continue to be an employer supporting all of our small and local owned businesses by driving investment, efficiency, and economic opportunities for our residents.
Great, great. That sounds excellent. I'm excited about that. So you got about a minute. So just talk to me from the heart real quick. Close it out. Tell us something to inspire us as we go into the next year. We know that you are praying lady. I understand that. So tell us something to inspire us as we go into the next year. You got about a minute.
Well, Mayor, first of all, thank you for your leadership and your friendship. And my encouragement to the citizens of East Baton Rouge Parish and Baker is that let's go into 2021 with a transformative change mindset. Our thoughts have a lot to do with how we see outcomes occur in our communities. And if we can all unite in a spirit of love around shared goals, then I believe we can indeed see some transformative things take place in our community. I believe that better days are ahead. And if we all believe that, and if we all focus on that, I believe we will see monumental and positive change of peace, prosperity, and progress for everyone.
Well, thank you so much. Your leadership has been great. I am so proud to be able to work with you. This is our time. This is our season. God is with us. You and your family, you guys have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy your holidays, and we're always here for you right down the road. And so we hope to see you soon. Come to Baker when we open back up. The first thing we have, you're going to be the first person on that stage. Take care of yourself, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Mayor, and God bless Baker.
Thank you. So Baker, I hope you have a happy holiday, and we'll see you next year. Love y'all.